Today on Unrefined Ideas, we're going to answer some questions. Hey guys, episode 4, Unrefined Ideas. I'm Wade Britt.
My name is Nick Hine.
We're going to get into some questions that we've been asked, and we're going to try and answer them to the best of our ability.
Yeah. We actually got some interesting PMs and just some really simple questions that we felt like maybe we should just answer on the YouTube.
So you'll know who we are, so
right,
it'll be good.
It's going to be a very, very personal kind of episode. You're going to get to know us as individuals more than necessarily what topics we're going to talk about. And it's going to be a fun episode. We've got some fun stuff that's happened. So we've got some questions that we are going to answer. Let's get
right into it.
I guess, let's just get right into it.
All right. What's one of these questions, Nick?
All right,
you be the ringleader.
You can take go on this one. The first question, I don't have the guy's name. I actually don't have the name for any of these people. But the first question is, where are you guys from? So you can take this first one. We're both from the same place.
We're both from Memphis, Tennessee.
Currently. We currently live in Memphis, Tennessee.
In Memphis, Tennessee. I've been all over, though. So, I'm rambling, man. I've been in the Adirondacks for a bit. I've been in Maryland. I've been in Virginia. I've been, all over. I like it. And I've been, New York, Connecticut.
A traveling man.
I'm
a traversed man.
Yes. Like a military brat, except it was more like a MBA brat.
A continentally educated gentleman.
Yes, sir.
Well, I am from Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised. Never lived anywhere else my entire life. My parents' house still looks exactly the same way it did when I was a kid.
Wow.
I go there and I'm just like, man, you guys
I couldn't
need
imagine
to paint.
that. I really couldn't imagine that. Yeah.
I used to really love Memphis. I used to really, really have great love for Memphis, and it's kind of gone downhill since I've grown up a little bit. And I'm from Memphis. That's where I'm from, guys. That's where we're both from.
Howdy.
I currently live. Next question is, what did you guys do before you decided to do YouTube?
Well, I mean, this is a good one for me because, I had a bakery, and we baked for a lot of local restaurants here in Memphis. I'm an executive chef by trade.
I gotta break in just for a second, and I'm just gonna say one thing. I've had his food, and I've had his baked goods, and they are absolutely... They are like the creme de la creme of just great cooking, man. Seriously.
I appreciate it. It's what I'm good at. It's what I went to school for. Went to Johnson & Wales, Same place Emerald went. Bam. On that. But, that's what I was doing before. Kidney transplant. And still did the bakery. And now I'm just, opportunities abound. But this is one route that we're taking, so we're going with it, and definitely loving it so far.
So what ultimately, this is just me asking a question.
Okay.
What ultimately made you decide that you couldn't or didn't want to run the bakery anymore?
Literally, it came down to, I'm gonna say it, a lack of appreciation for human labor. I was a bakery where everything we did was, of course we had mixers, but everything, but I also did a lot of hand mix and, so all my baked goods were very, very time consuming. Everything was done by hand. Everything was rolled by hand. We had a sheeter. It was all made with heart. And when you have to do these bulk orders, and you realize what you have to invest, just to get a couple cents for really, really, stuff that I worked hard on, it ended up being sort of a not good for Memphis scenario, maybe in a Chicago with a different setup.
Didn't quite work with the culture.
It didn't quite work, and honestly, the business model, we were really just feeling it out, seeing what was going on, and testing the boundaries of what the market would bear.
Right.
and the market couldn't bear it. That's okay.
I think it's kind of interesting that you say that, because I think that kind of Memphis is moving in a direction where it could possibly sustain a business like that now.
It would do it now, and and I haven't not thought about it.
Right.
So,
well, as for me, I was a musician for a really long time. I played in a bunch of bands. The biggest thing I ever did was I played in this band called Paper Cut Massacre, and I got to experience some things that I never really thought I would experience in life. And
that's right. Really you anecdotal. You told me you got to meet some people you really, really admired.
Yeah, man.
Doing what you did.
I'll tell you a story. I guess this kind of answers the question,
definitely.
And from my perspective.
Yeah.
I got to a moment when I was on tour with Paper Cut. We were actually on tour with Cold, which I don't know if you remember them. They had that song "Stupid Girl," and they had so many really good songs.
No, Cold, yeah.
But that was like their really big one. They were playing on like a truck bed, and they had all these people around them. Anyway, they kind of defined, in a weird way, Limp Bizkit, Korn, Cold, all the Power Man 5000. The like late '90s, early millennium type alternative bands really like were my music when I was a kid, like when I was discovering what I actually liked rather than what my parents kind of forced on me.
Right.
So I had this moment when I was on tour. I was like, we were all sitting upstairs at this bar, this kind of hole in the wall bar, but it had this really cool second floor. And I was sitting there and I was smoking a cigarette and I was drinking a beer and I was talking to all these guys, and they were just telling me stories about like Fred Durst and Chino from Deftones. And
my God,
all this awesome shit. And I was just like, holy shit, man. Like I'm doing it. Like here I am sitting across the table from people that I really like worshipped when I was a kid. And then Joey, my singer in Paper Cut, came up to us and was like, guys, we need we need some like private time with everybody. And he was like, guys, I hate to say it, but the label dropped us.
Oh.
And Paper Cut was signed to this label called Wind Up Records, which was the record label that owned Creed, that had Creed signed to him.
Oh.
And at the time, Creed was gonna make a resurgent. They were gonna come back and be this massive big ass band.
Oh, you ruined everything.
And so what happened was, I think Wind Up decided that they were gonna divest some funds and
wind down.
wind down exactly. And we just happened to get dropped, but not before I got to experience some really amazing things. And if you're watching, dude, I appreciate it, man. But yeah, that's what I did. I played music, man.
Oh yeah.
And I'd always had film in the background. That's what I wanted to do. And here in the last 2 or 3 years, I've decided like it's gonna be me, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do film.
Good. To be right here with you.
That's where I'm from, and that's why I am doing YouTube now.
Hell yeah.
So the next question is, what are you guys' plans for the future of Unrefined Ideas?
Well, I mean, I guess to kind of keep up with current topics while mixing in, we have a lot of things that we like, so that's why it's so unrefined. I mean, movie reviews. I definitely want, I think we're going to do more movie reviews. I'm about to go on like a diet. We're going to have like, follow Wade on his diet.
That'll be fun.
And it'll be fun because it's like, hey, let's see if it works. Let's see if I'm like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Gonna go all Fabio.
Well, dude. It's funny because you can follow me and see if the transformation happens.
Maybe we'll get him to make like an Instagram or
and if it doesn't, what happens.
Support him.
Because I got,
dude, I think that's awesome, man. I think you should totally do that.
And I want to do it. And, and it's not a gimmick because it's for my health. So it's like, I'm going to do it.
Right, we should focus a little bit on it, dude. I'm
hell yeah, man.
Do that.
All right, cool. We're going to do it. We're going to do it here.
Unrefined Ideas.
Unrefined Ideas.
Yeah, like I agree. I think Unrefined Ideas is going to kind of always be somewhat what it already is, but we're going to expand on the ideas, and we're not, we're just getting started. So everything that you're seeing and hearing from us is literally what the title is. It's unrefined.
It's so raw. It's off the top of our head.
We do this show because we need it. We need the outlet. It doesn't necessarily pull Bernie's. It doesn't necessarily matter if you guys listen in or really ultimately care about our opinions, but we appreciate it. Not saying that we don't appreciate it. It's just that we're doing it because that we need it. We need it in our lives. This is something that we have been craving, and it's just has to be. So
needed the outlet. I definitely needed the outlet, and I think that it's a great way. Get us together, two friends, riffing on very serious topics and then very not serious topics.
Right? Yeah, just anything, man. I think us just talking and us just kind of, being us and hanging out like we do. So, for the future of Unrefined Ideas, you're gonna see at least a little bit more refinement. I think, but in a good way, not necessarily anything that's gonna take away from what the show actually is, which is just us talking about things that we may or may not know tons of information about.
Yeah. Oh god.
But the idea ultimately is for us to give the bare minimum, enough for you to say, "Hey, I want more information on this. I want to look up what I can on this information." So that's what you'll see more movie reviews, obviously.
Yeah,
which is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And you'll see everything that you talked about absolutely in the show in the future. It's going to be, like I said, it's kind of the cornerstone, the linchpin of the Station 8 universe in the future, what it's going to be as a production company. So the next question, man, very serious question, probably the most serious question we're going to have asked today.
Okay. Oh, God.
Val Kilmer or Nicolas Cage? That's it.
Oh, no, there's going to be dead air for a minute here because...
That's it.
Woo!
Val Kilmer or Nicolas Cage? The most random question ever. Had to be answered.
All right. Well, all right. Establishing a basis. What do we need them for? Are we needing them?
Dude, there are no guidelines. It just says Val Kilmer or Nicolas Cage. That is a perfect question.
Val Kilmer or Nicolas Cage? Oh, God. I mean, you pick, but you... Listen, they've both had their time. They both have... All right, look, Leaving Las Vegas... Great movie.
Great.
Nick Cage. Great. He can act.
Do it, man.
He's a Coppola. Oh! Buy me a Coke or whatever the fuck they say. I don't know. But, it just... God dang it, dude. All right, and then Val Kilmer's the Saint. And I love that movie. And that's like a childhood thing for me. So maybe not everybody loves the fucking Saint. But he was great in Spartan. And he was real good in The Salton Sea. Yeah. I mean, The Salton Sea, that was a deep-ass movie, and he went there, and I dug it. And then he fell off the map.
He's kind of lost it. I mean, if you look at the two, if you compare the two actors, you've got Nicolas Cage, who, even though he is a bit nuts,
is producing money, though. I mean, look at him. He can do it.
Val Kilmer, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Like little B movies, whereas Nicolas Cage can do a B movie and make it unique, kind of like The Weatherman. That's a great fucking movie, dude.
That's true.
I love that movie. I don't know why.
You classify that as B? Was that B?
I would consider it B.
Okay, because in some of these Nick Cage movies that are coming out now, I don't even know if they go to a theater.
Like anymore. The Wicker Man, I would consider not a top grossing film.
I love the Wicker Man. I love that you brought that up. Yeah, dude. Oh God. Yes, I love that. I love that. And, oh man, I'm glad he brought that up. But, it's a tough split, but Nick Cage is kind of, a rock star.
I'm going to go for Nick Cage, I think.
Nick Cage?
Kilmer has kind of lost it.
Kilmer kind of.
He had his shine more in the
I mean, Top Secret. Yay.
Yeah, Top Secret and what was it, Young Einstein? No, that was a different guy. What was the other one?
I remember. What was the other one?
That was so long ago.
I'm telling you, I mean, it was like The Saint and Top Secret, and I know.
Top Gun? Was he in that?
Top Gun! Hey, ding, 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 ding! Nick got it.
But
it was Top Gun.
Was that?
Yeah. What the fuck was he? He was Iceman.
Was he Iceman?
He was Iceman.
I have seen Top Gun maybe 3 times in my life.
Oh, I've seen Top Gun
once on Laserdisc.
Way more than I wanted to see in my lifetime.
Once on Laserdisc.
Yeah. The fucking reruns in my era were horrible.
How old are you, Wade?
That's 34 years old.
It's not a question that was asked, but
Wade is 34. Man.
I am 27. That's the
young
answer
whippersnapper.
to that question. So we have seen the rise of technology.
Oh yeah, we've been there.
Watched the rise of technology happen.
I've been there since Oregon Trail, and then everybody got typhoid. Like we've been there.
Yeah. A lot of people died on that trail.
A lot of people died on that Oregon Trail.
Moment of silence.
Anyway.
Okay. So that's been we've actually answered a lot of questions so far. We've kind of gone a little bit fast. This episode is going to be fast just because of the nature of what it is.
Yeah.
The last question though is a pretty deep question because I know that you have a pretty deep answer to it. I'm still kind of thinking about what it is for me, but for you, what's the craziest thing that has ever happened to you?
Oh God, but like there's the obvious.
Right.
For me, in certain cases, because I think I've already slipped in prior broadcasts, I have a kidney transplant. But the craziest thing that's probably ever happened to me was through that whole process, not urinating a drop for 4 years and being on dialysis that whole time.
That's so weird.
It was so foreign. And when I was able to pee again, it was like, yes, hallelujah. Like, drip, drop, I was like, do it, baby. I was like, oh my God. The Israelites are coming. Like, just, whoo. It was open the floodgates. I pee every day and I'm a happy man. And,
it's happening.
No, every time I urinate. And it's all thanks to Taryn Barnes. If you watch, honey, I love you. You're my angel. She gave me a kidney. And I can never, ever repay. How can you repay a gift like that?
That's true, man.
And she's a saint. And it's now Taryn Burroughs. She got her green card, and my kidney got its green card because she was South African and Australian. She really was.
That's awesome, dude.
And, Yvonne, her mom, has that accent.
You're like part international.
I am. There's international waters in here.
Weird, dude.
It's right here. They put it right front. This is why it's all bulbed out. And, but it finally got its green card when she married Johnny. So good for them. And she just became a registered nurse, and she's a saint. And I really owe her my life. But, that's crazy.
That is...
And not peeing for 4 years. I've had a lot of crazy things happen. I'm not going to lie. I can fill an entire segment with Wade's crazy things that happened to him.
Maybe we should have a show.
I think we should because
Wade's craziest moments.
Some of it's sick because some of it's just not good. Some of it's like it's seedy.
People would be interested,
like not in a whole hooker type way, but more like it's just not. Some of it, getting beat up or it is. I've had a lot of moments. I've had a gun in my face. I've been robbed. Whew.
I've had muggings, but nothing too insanely serious.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of the nature of the beast of Memphis.
I've had the shit kicked out of me. I've kicked the shit out of people. Damn. But yeah, you don't urinate for 4 years. But when it came, oh good God. It was like you could smell. And I'm not gonna lie, when I got out of the hospital, even I was there for 3 months when I first got sick. I had Goodpasture syndrome. It's an autoimmune disease that never leaves you. And basically my lungs bled out, my kidneys failed, and my heart was failing while my lungs, kidneys, it takes out all your vital organs pretty quickly. It happened in about a week. And I was urinating blood. I was coughing up blood from my lungs, from the tissue that was dying off. So, I went through chemotherapy, a lot of dialysis, a lot of plasmapheresis, and because of the recurrence, I had people willing to give me a kidney. I had a list, and I'm not that good of a guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an asshole, or at least that's how I feel. Maybe I have survivor's guilt, but a lot of good friends in Richmond, Virginia, they went and they got their blood drawn to see if they were a match. And this is how Taryn came into it. And she was a friend of mine, and she did it, and she committed. And that's my angel right there. That's, that's awesome, I love her forever. Taryn, I will always love you. You are an angel. Just, I'm here because of that.
That's crazy, man.
So that's a crazy story. And a crazy story of survival too, because I really should have died.
Yeah, man, that's
I've had multiple bouts of sepsis, so I've had a lot to overcome. Like I said, I could fill an episode with my medical stuff alone, like literally.
Well, I think that some people would probably be interested in hearing about your experiences if that's ever something you decided you wanted to do.
Well, when I do want to open up about it, I will. It's going to be a can of worms for sure.
It could be a therapeutic type thing.
Definitely.
Kind of like this is in a way.
Yes, very cathartic. I like this for its cathartic nature. That's why we do this. That's why we're unrefined with what we say. It's what we think. It's from the hip, and it's fresh. It's
freeing. It's nice.
It is freeing and nice. Because everything going on is just completely crazy. So at least to just sit down with a friend and
hash it out.
Hash that crazy shit out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to top that story. I don't think I can. I don't have any kind of stuff like that that's ever happened. And I can't imagine going through something like that, man. Like that's, for as long as I've known you, that's always been, it's just like mind blowing, man.
Yeah, you have to be a pillar when you feel like putty. And that is how you survive. And I am a depressive person. So for me to have come through everything I went through, I'm telling you, the human will and the mind, you can do a lot with it and value it and cherish it. And cherish every day. And that's real talk. While we still have fresh air to breathe, while there's still pretty little lakes and streams, while it's not completely polluted and dead, take time to think about the things you care about, the ones you love, your family, people you haven't caught up with, because that's what that really did for my life. And love the ones that love you, the ones that don't, cast them aside, know who your friends are, and you find that out when you get that type of sick.
That's true, man.
Because it's life changing. I was on dialysis 8 to 10 hours a day sometimes to pull off, because I didn't urinate at all, so I have to pull off the liquid.
Right.
So and like I said, with the disease, a lot of plasmapheresis, have to exchange my albumin. It's a very traumatic experience, and I think you just, like I said, you can be putty, but you will be a pillar, and you'd be amazed at what you can stand up to in life. And that's just a message for everybody. I never thought I would be able to be here today talking to everybody. Mentally, I figured I would have folded, but I didn't. A fight is in us all. Accept it, embrace it, because that's the soul kicking back. And that's why we're doing this. I mean, this is, and I guess that's why I needed to tell everybody, because this is important to me. On us, we're not as professional as we were going to be yet. We're completely unrefined, but this is just a little outlet, I mean, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, and
it's just the beginning.
Yeah, it's really just the beginning.
Well, I cannot top that. So I guess that's going to be it. I mean, I think that Wade said it better than I think most people could say it. That's really the meaning of life, man. Everything that you just said is people are searching for the meaning of life. Wade just dropped it on everyone.
When you smell the flowers in the air, breezing through your window open while you're driving, even if it's on the way to that slave-ass job that you work at, which, I remember being an executive chef and you're stuck in the hole and to make ends meet, and I would literally work a bar backing shift my one night off. So I would, or no, it wasn't my night off. I worked every day, and it killed me. It literally killed me. And, I was around a lot of degreasing chemicals. I'm in the kitchen. I have to clean up after everybody. I'm the executive chef. The buck stops here.
Right.
So I ended up pretty much working myself to death.
Man.
Manual labor to death. So it can happen. Especially when you're around solvents. And, but like I said, even that second that you smell that one thing that makes you smile long on it. Embrace that moment. And, I really didn't mean to get that deep, but I'm gonna just.
No, I think it's good.
Live for today and have a positive mental attitude going forward.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably gonna do it for this episode.
Yeah.
Guys, I know we kind of are like leaving on a little bit of a somber note, but it was.
I'm living. Life is abounding. So all I've got to say is, to anybody out there that thinks they can't do anything, stand up and just do it.
Just do it, man.
Just do it. That's all you've got to do in life.
Like I was saying earlier, we were actually talking about this earlier. When somebody tells you that you can't do something, they're absolutely wrong. The only thing that's standing between you and doing something is yourself. And all you have to do is decide that you're going to do it and just put your mind there and just keep it there. Follow your goals and just nail it, man. Because everything that he said is just a mere fraction of what life is. And there's so much more to it. So guys, thank you for watching this episode.
Thank you. Please subscribe.
Hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Comment. Leave us some suggestions on things that we can talk about in the next episodes. Give us some more questions. We enjoyed doing this.
Yeah. Not to be too heavy. No. I mean, because we're some wild and crazy guys.
But there was some funny in there too. We didn't just talk about
exactly. Stuff, I don't want to be all doom and gloom.
This was a very much a much more personal episode. So again,
just
guys,
to let you know who we were.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, guys, sorry we're running short on time. Again, guys, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment, and support us. My name is Nick Hine.
And I'm Wade Britt.
And this has been
Unrefined Ideas.